What's up, guys? So I thought I'd weigh in on this Julius Maddox bench press misload mishap thing here. Given not only am I a pretty decent bencher, obviously not on Julius's level, I have head judged a lot of meets. I have loaded, spotted, side judged. Um, I've done everything you can do at a meet, competing through judging, through loading, spotting, all of that stuff. There's not an excuse for a misload. I mean, people make mistakes, certainly. However, there's multiple eyes that are on it at all time. You got side judges, side loaders, head judge, spotters up there on the platform. There's so many eyes on it. Um, and I've judged with the guide sheets, calling out, three reds, one blue on each side, and the program, the app with it up on a projector screen where everybody can see it. Um, so I've been there. Like, I'm 100% qualified to speak on this, and it shouldn't happen ever. There's too many eyes on it. Humans certainly make mistakes. That's part of life. But when again you've got your loaders, spotters, judges, head judge, and it comes down to the head judge. It's the head judge's ultimate responsibility to call the bars loaded. And that's something I've taken great pride in when judging, is being like 100% focused on the weights, on the first one being in, the rest being out. I don't know how many times I've had to correct a loader who are oftentimes working for free without getting paid. So, sometimes you got to get who you can get. Fortunately, we've had a pretty solid crew where I've worked meets over the years. But still, you have to be 100% attentive to everything. Now, I've never judged anything that was a television production. I'm sure that uh, can be distracting, maybe. However, it's your job to be professional and do your job for the safety first and foremost of the lifters, which was compromised in Julius's case here. And even if it's 140 pounds, if it's 540 pounds, if it's 840 pounds, if it's 1,000 pounds, you owe it to the lifter to have the correct weight on there. It's, you know, even being a bit mental, having somebody else load your weights for you without you really getting to check them yourself can be off-putting. So, as the lifter, you're putting your full trust and faith in the crew to get it right. And, 99.9% of the time it is right. It should be right 100% of the time. I can say the meets I've worked, our crew, putting on meets in little old Bristol, Tennessee, and now Virginia, we've never misloaded a bar ever. Not once. And that's, like I said, working with the chart in hand, calling out, working with the projector screen with the computer program so everybody can see it. And we've loaded, over 1,100 pounds on the bar for multiply squats for all-time world record attempts. Other 1,000-pound plus squats. So we've had a lot of weight on the bar. We've had little weights on the bar. We've had, 40, 50 lifter meets. We've had 15, 20 lifter meets. Never a misload, ever. And again, I take great pride in that, being the head judge for most of those meets. You have to have attention to detail. You can't lack. There's not an excuse for it. I've watched the guy's video. I don't necessarily think that he's a bad guy or anything, and it was probably an honest mistake. It's not an excusable mistake, though, and it sounds like he made a lot of fucking excuses, which, it's not a good look, man. It's not. There's no excuse. Period. Again, this was a shot for powerlifting, and it comes off as super unprofessional for that to happen. On ESPN for a big, all-time world record attempt. And there was great benchers there too, aside from Julius, but everybody was tuning in. The Gen Pop people were tuning in to see Julius, and it got fucked up, man. And it's hard mentally to recover from that, let alone the physical implications that come from being handed off a misloaded bar at such an extreme weight. So that's just my thoughts on it, guys. I feel bad for Julius. Again, no excuse ever for that happening.